great to be back. Did you ask your family about the words freedom and dignity that we talked about the last time we were together? Let's begin by singing a new song, We Are Different. Let's start by listening to the whole song.
I know you and you know me. We are as different as the sun and the sea. I know you and you know me, and that's the way that it's supposed to be. I help you and you help me. We learn from problems and we're starting to see. I help you and you help me, and that's the way that it's supposed to be. I love you and you love me. We reach together for the best we can be. I love you and you love me, and that's the way that it's supposed to be.
So, let's try it. I know you and you know me.
I know you and you know me.
We are as different as the sun and the sea.
We are as different as the sun and the sea.
I know you and you know me.
I know you and you know me.
And that's the way that it's supposed to be.
And that's the way that it's supposed to be.
That's a fun song. We'll plan to sing the other two verses in the next lesson. The message is one of acceptance of differences, exactly the point of our lesson against discrimination. Today, we're going to use the ball toss to review, with King and Ara as responders. So, what did you learn from the last lessons? Ara?
Well, I learned that rights are like rules, things that are fair and correct.
King?
I learned that the UN is the United Nations.
Anything else? King?
I learned that a woman named Eleanor Roosevelt led the group.
Ara?
The document they produce is called the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Keep going. What else did you learn? King?
I learned that the World War II left a lot of destruction.
Ara?
I learned that human rights were written to keep that kind of destruction from happening again.
That's good for now. Remember your ideas. Let's save those ideas for the coming lessons. Today, we'll be talking about discrimination. One of the things we hope to avoid in our dealings with others. We're saying that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. So, what does that mean? Let's think about that. Here's another way of saying it. All of us are born free just because we are human beings. We should all be treated with respect and kindness, and we all have the same rights. When you don't treat someone who is different from you with dignity and respect because of some characteristic they have, we call that discrimination. Here is the exact article from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Article number 2, Protection from Discrimination. Everyone is entitled to all the rights set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. When we say the words without distinction, that means no matter what. that every person enjoys the same rights that I have. Think about how this article is accurate or inaccurate in describing people in your community. Think about how you can build or repair the relations you have in your community and school. One of the distinctions or differences is the language spoken at home. Let's see what it would be like if you had to speak a different language. Just for fun, look at the idea of hello from around the world. Pick one of the ways to say hello and pronounce it the best you can. King.
Bonjour.
Ara.
Merhaba.
Now you try it. Pick one and say it out loud. Let's do another round. Ara.
Hola.
King.
Aloha.
Now you try it again. Pick one and say it out loud. How did it feel to speak a language different from your own? Have you ever been in a situation where you did not understand the language? For example, on a trip. What did you do to get by? Do you know other people who do not speak your language? What can we do to help them to understand and to be understood? One of the best ways is to learn to speak their language, but that takes a lot of time and effort. You might think about how you could learn another language to be better understood in another culture. In any situation, taking time and using other means of communicating like hand signals or receiving help from a translator can be a major help in understanding. We've talked about these things today. Now I'll read them out loud. Human dignity is the foundation for all human rights. Everyone is entitled to all the same rights and freedoms without distinction or differences. And discrimination against anyone, including women and girls, is a violation of human rights. Here is my challenge for you. Explain what discrimination is to your friends and family. Tell them why it should be avoided. Pay attention to examples of discrimination in your community or your family. Find ways to include others and be kind to people who are experiencing discrimination. To conclude, if you can learn to avoid discrimination, you'll help uphold human rights, and that will be appreciated by others around you. Stay respectful, and others will return that attitude.